A danger to life warning is still in place for parts of the country as Storm Antoni batters the UK with heavy rain and 65-mile-an-hour winds. Potential damage to buildings and trees is forecast. It's also causing havoc for hundreds of thousands of holidaymakers, festival goers and for sporting events. Some businesses, many still struggling after COVID, fear it could possibly push them over the edge. But despite the unseasonably miserable forecast, many people are still determined to enjoy themselves, whatever the weather. As Lewis Warner now reports.
The summer sun went somewhere else today, Bournemouth Beach looking more like a winter wonderland, as predicted gusts of up to 65 miles per hour battered the southwest coast, accompanied by vicious, sporadic downpours, forcing those who braved the beach to find shelter.
Well, I think it's a great place to shelter. We've been able to eat together and just have fun.
It's not what we expect, but God has been faithful. The children have had a fantastic time. They've had time in the water, so they've enjoyed themselves.
On a normal August day, this beach would be packed, but such is the unseasonable weather, the Met Office has named its first storm of the season, only the third time it's ever done so in August.
The reason we've got all of this unsettled weather is because of where the position of the jet stream is. And so at the moment, we've kind of got the jet stream generally to our south, but at the moment it's kind of bringing these lows across the UK. So that's why we've got Storm Antoni affecting us.
In North Yorkshire, a car was caught in flash flooding, filmed here near the seaside resort of Whitby. And in nearby Robin Hood's Bay, water was seen gushing through the streets. Brighton's Pride Parade wasn't blown off course though, thousands still turning out and clinging on.
You've got the hardest job!
And at glorious Goodwood, the ladies swapped their fascinators for umbrellas. But the prospect of Storm Antoni causing havoc with their holidays was not enough to put off these happy campers in Poole.
We're going to be absolutely fine, aren't we? We've got extra pegs all around our tent, we've got all our guy ropes out and
extra blankets to keep us warm.
How do you feel about that, knowing you're going to be in your tent?
You're worrying me now, yeah. I think we're going to spend time going to a local supermarket then and stocking up on provisions and just making sure that everything's nailed down.
Yeah, lots of tent pegs today.
Lots of tent pegs, yeah.
But it's not as if today was the first disappointing day for summertime industries this year.
We've owned the campsite now for 16 years and it's probably the worst year of weather we've had this year. March and April were the poorest we've had. July we're about 10% down and we're very hopeful August will continue now because hopefully there's a break in the weather on the way.
A break in the bad weather is what they want and what they need. But for now, the sun is still off on its own holiday.
So, Lewis, how is it out there now?
Well, some let up this evening, but that yellow weather warning for wind and thunderstorms remains in place for much of the south of England, and that amber weather warning for wind remains in place for the west of Wales and the southwest of England as well. That's until 7 o'clock tonight. And the RAC says going forward, though, drivers should really be on the lookout for any obstacles that might be in the way, like fallen trees, because of course that could cause some pretty big damage. And that jet stream as well that we know is causing this problem is expected to move north next week, bringing with it some much needed warmer air, but even forecasters aren't so sure exactly how long that's going to last.
OK, Lewis Warner, thank you very much.